Hi everybody, Brendan Gulick with you for Cleveland Baseball Insider here at Progressive Field after the Guardians wrapped up the homestand finale against the New York Yankees and ultimately fell 4-3 in a game that certainly had some fireworks early. A frustrating day at times, mostly because the Guardians had an early lead, but unfortunately they squandered in that 4-3 loss, and believe it or not, it was an error in the top of the ninth inning. If you didn't see it live, it was a defensive mistake that cost the Guardians the game. That's pretty rare for a team that over the last couple years has been very good defensively, and ultimately just wasn't quite enough against the Yankees today. Again, final score 4-3. Final line score, Yankees 4 runs, 7 hits, an error, and 3 left. Guardians 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 8, including the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth inning. 2 hours and 44 minutes, time of the game, and 23,000 plus here in attendance. In fact, there were more than 62,000 folks that came to the 3-game series against the Yankees here the last few days. Let's just start right away off the top of the game. Right in the bottom of the first inning, things got a little weird for a bit, and ultimately the right decision was made. But depending on what side of the ledger you're on here, if you're a Yankees fan or a Guardians fan, there were a lot of people pretty frustrated by what was going on, and ultimately it led to Aaron Boone being ejected from the game. I just got out of the Yankees clubhouse, and we spoke with Aaron Boone and a couple of players in the Yankees clubhouse, and they were adamant that it was mishandled, but admitted that the right call was made by the end of things. If you didn't see it, it was a fly ball hit to center field that should have ended the inning. Aaron Hicks came in, made a sliding catch, but ultimately it wasn't a catch. The ball squirted out of his glove. The ruling on the field was that the catch had been made. He got up and threw to second base to double off the runner, which would have closed the inning, and actually that would have also negated the run that was trying to score on what would have been a sacrifice fly coming home from third. Stephen Kwan didn't cross home plate in time. However, the umpires got together at the middle of the field. It kind of looked like Terry Francona hadn't challenged within the 15 seconds that are allotted in order to challenge a play, and that's exactly what Aaron Boone felt about the situation, was that he didn't think the Guardians actually challenged within their time frame. And then as the umpires get together in the middle of the field, and as the replays being shown on the video board, and clearly the call would have been overturned, the Yankees took serious exception to it, and that ultimately led to the ejection, but it was good for the Guardians because it worked out in their favor. They ended up continuing the inning. The Guardians scored a couple runs there early on and ultimately had a 3-0 lead before even allowing runs to the Yankees. Peyton Battenfield, what a great job in his major league debut. First couple batters maybe a little bit hit or miss, but ultimately at one point he had retired 13 in a row. Final line score for Battenfield, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He did not walk anybody and struck out 3. Considering your major league debut is against this offense that the Yankees put out on a daily basis, that's pretty darn impressive. And the Guardians really needed it because things haven't been great from a starting rotation perspective. They've been okay, but maybe not great here of late. Ahmed Rosario, first home run of the season for him, was also the team's first home run in this ballpark. It took 6 games, but finally the Guardians got a ball to leave the park. You can see the flags over my shoulder. It's pretty much been like that all homestand. For these last 6 games, the weather's been really nice, just like this, but really blowing in quite a bit. It's been hard to get the ball out of here, and Rosario ultimately was unable to, or I should say he ultimately did hit the first home run of the season. Unfortunately, on top of that, Rosario had a chance at the end of the game to try and tie the game and could not maybe come up with some retribution for the throwing error that ultimately cost the team the game in the top half of the inning. He struck out to end the game in the ninth inning. Josh Bell, an RBI single after having a double yesterday. It's great to see that Bell came up with an RBI base hit early in the game. I thought Emmanuel Clase did his job. The run against him was unearned, and on top of that, I thought he did what he needed to do to try to give the Guardians a chance to actually win. Unfortunately, just didn't quite work out today, but Clase I thought looked good. A disappointing way to end the homestand. Guardians finished 2-4 against the Mariners and Yankees on the homestand, and and fall to 7-7 on the season now through the first 14 games. Yankees go to 8-4, or I guess it's 8-5 through their first 13 games. So that's the latest from Progressive Field. As always, stay tuned to ClevelandBaseballInsider.com for all the latest on the team. And we'll be back in 8 days. Tomorrow's an off day, and then the team will hit the road for a 6-game road trip. They're going to head to our nation's capital, play the Washington Nationals, and then they'll play the Detroit Tigers for 3 in the first divisional series next week. So the team will be back home on the 21st of April. That's a Friday, and Miami will be in town that night. Okay, we'll see you over at ClevelandBaseballInsider.com real soon. Keep it locked here on our YouTube channel as well for all the latest on the team.